The great Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." These timeless words carry deep wisdom, and today we are embarking on a journey inspired by Buddha's teachings to explore 11 things you should quietly eliminate from your life. As we delve into each lesson, we will draw upon the profound wisdom of Buddha to illuminate the path toward inner peace and enlightenment. But first, if you would like to join us on this journey to discover deep wisdom and inner tranquility, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Doing so will help you stay updated with inspiring content, elevate your quality of life, and bring more peace to your mind. Come along with us and become a part of this community dedicated to seeking enlightenment and happiness. Additionally, you can leave a comment saying, "I choose a life of freedom and peace," to affirm the power of your mind and your decision to let go of anything that no longer brings you joy. This is a way for you to send positive energy into the universe, beginning a new journey of cleansing your soul and living with true freedom, breaking free from all constraints to find genuine inner serenity. Lesson 1. Let go of the need to prove yourself to those who don't appreciate. Many of us, when faced with pain caused by others, tend to rush to explain and justify our actions or feelings, hoping that the other person will understand and change. But the truth is, when you try to explain yourself to those who are already prepared to hurt you, not only are you wasting your time, but you are also giving them control over your emotions. It's like trying to talk to a wall, hoping it will feel the pain you're carrying. Continuously seeking approval from those who don't deserve it not only exhausts you, but also deepens the wounds, creating a vicious cycle of anger and disappointment. As Buddha once said, "You will not be punished for your anger, but by your anger." This quote reminds us that when we attempt to justify ourselves to those who have hurt us, the anger and pain we hold on to become like a fire, slowly burning away at our souls, not the person who caused that. Do not place your self-worth in the acceptance of those who are unwilling to listen or change. When you stop explaining yourself to those who are not worth it, you begin to learn how to appreciate yourself more, choosing peace and freedom within your own mind. Let your silence and inner understanding speak for you instead of letting anger take control. And remember, real strength doesn't lie in proving yourself right, it's in knowing when to let go. When we let go of the need to explain ourselves to those who have caused us pain, it's not just about giving up on seeking acknowledgement. It's a way to free ourselves from the burden of emotions. It's like untying an invisible rope that has been tightly wrapped around our hearts, a rope tightened by the fragile hope that one day they will listen and understand the pain they have inflicted. Letting go does not mean suppressing your own emotions or accepting every irrational thing others impose on you. Instead, it is a conscious choice, not allowing the lack of understanding from others to dictate your self-worth and state of mind. By recognizing that some people simply cannot and will not understand you, you grant yourself the permission to redirect that precious energy toward your own healing journey instead of wasting it on pointless conversations. Shift your focus from trying to prove yourself to nurturing and appreciating yourself. Seek peace from within, for that is the true source of strength that helps you stand firm against the storms of life. Like a climber who doesn't seek acknowledgement from those standing at the base of the mountain, you don't need to seek approval from those who refuse to see your worth. This lesson reminds us that our mental and emotional health is invaluable, and it deserves to be protected above all else. We should not let our peace of mind depend on the judgments, acceptance, or attitudes of others, especially from those who have chosen to hurt us. When you stop seeking validation from external sources, you will find something even more precious: the inner strength to heal, grow, and live a life of peace that no one can take from you. In that moment, you will realize that you have truly let go and reached a new state of freedom. Freedom from the chains of expectation, and the freedom to discover true inner peace. Lesson 2. Stop oversharing about the end of a relationship. The second lesson emphasizes the importance of refraining from oversharing details about the end of a relationship. As the Buddha advised, speak kind words, words that are welcomed, words that bring no harm to others. This means we should respect the privacy of past relationships and avoid getting caught up in unnecessary gossip about them. When a relationship ends, it is often a time filled with emotion and challenges for both parties. The Buddha's teachings remind us to be mindful and compassionate in our words during such times. Sharing sensitive or private details about the breakup not only deepens your own pain, but also adds to the suffering of the other person. Instead, consider the impact of your words on both yourself and the other person. Are the things you're about to say necessary and helpful, or do they simply spread negativity and cause harm? By respecting the boundaries and privacy of past relationships, you not only maintain your dignity, but also contribute to creating a more harmonious and compassionate environment in your personal and social connections. After reflecting on this second lesson, you may choose to comment, "I choose a life of freedom and peace," to affirm the power of your mind and your decision to let go of things that no longer bring happiness. This is how you send positive energy into the universe and embark on a new journey of cleansing your soul and living with true freedom, free from all restraints to find inner peace. Lesson 3. Let go of unnecessary goals to embrace the present moment. The third lesson encourages us to let go of unnecessary goals in order to truly appreciate the present moment. The Buddha, who attained complete enlightenment, conveyed profound wisdom in his teaching. The problem is, you think you have time. This short yet powerful statement reveals a harsh truth about how we often perceive time. We tend to believe we have endless time to pursue every goal, desire, and dream. As a result, we easily fall into the trap of wasting precious time that should be cherished. The Buddha's teaching reminds us that life is fleeting and unpredictable. Time, which we often take for granted as infinite, is actually the most limited gift that the universe bestows upon us. Yet instead of living fully in each present moment, many of us chase after goals that hold little real value, ambitions that serve only to satisfy our ego, or dreams that ultimately do not bring lasting joy or fulfillment. Ask yourself, how many of the goals you are currently pursuing are simply to meet others' expectations? How many dreams are you holding on to that have little to do with your true happiness? We become caught in a whirlwind of meaningless goals, like leaves blown about by the wind, unaware that time is silently slipping away. The present moment, which we should be treasuring, is lost in our relentless chase toward an uncertain future. Letting go of unnecessary goals doesn't mean we stop striving or live without purpose. On the contrary, it is a deliberate and mindful action. By reflecting on and choosing goals that are truly meaningful to you, goals that bring fulfillment and happiness, you learn to prioritize your time wisely. Remember, contentment does not come from the number of goals you've achieved, but from the quality of the moments you've truly lived. When you learn to let go of goals that aren't truly important, you create space to deeply appreciate every breath, every smile, every conversation, and every seemingly small yet meaningful experience. Buddha's teaching is not just a reminder of the fleeting nature of time, but also an invitation to live each moment fully. Don't let life pass you by like a song where you're constantly chasing high notes and fast beats, forgetting to enjoy the melody playing right in front of you. Imagine your life as a collection of finite moments, each one a precious gem in the tapestry of your existence. Now consider how often we waste these priceless gems by pursuing trivial goals that don't bring real value. These unnecessary goals can stem from material pursuits driven by societal pressure or trivial objectives that don't align with our core values and purpose. Embracing Buddha's advice means embarking on a journey of self-reflection and prioritization. It calls on us to filter through our desires and distinguish which goals genuinely resonate with who we are and contribute meaningfully to our personal growth and the well-being of others. By releasing goals that are redundant or misaligned with our true path, we free ourselves from distractions and discontent. This teaching encourages us to focus on goals that nourish the soul and enrich our lives. It invites us to treasure each moment as an irreplaceable gift, for by doing so, we unlock the potential to create a life that is not just a series of pursuits, but a profound and meaningful journey. Let this ancient wisdom guide us, and with mindful intention, let's refocus our energy on goals that truly matter. If this lesson resonates with you on your journey to discovering deeper wisdom and inner peace, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new videos. Doing so will help you stay updated with inspirational content, elevate your quality of life, and bring more tranquility to your mind. Join us and become a part of this community dedicated to seeking enlightenment and happiness. Lesson 4. Restraining your words in moments of anger. Imagine being in a situation where you feel overwhelmed with anger and frustration. In that heated moment, emotions surge like a blazing fire, urging you to raise your voice to assert yourself, or perhaps even unleash all the pent-up frustration. You might believe that venting everything bottled up inside will relieve your tension and make the other person understand your feelings. But in reality, will it truly make you feel better, or will it just escalate the situation further? With his timeless wisdom, Buddha shared a profound analogy to illustrate the danger of anger. He said that holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. The point worth reflecting on is that when we do this, the first person to get burned is not the one we want to hurt, but ourselves. The truth is, in moments of anger, words have tremendous power. A thoughtless remark, a harsh criticism, or a piercing comment aimed at someone's vulnerabilities, all these can inflict wounds not only on the other person, but also on ourselves. Words spoken in anger can destroy the relationships we hold dear and leave us drowning in regret and remorse. Remember, when anger flares up, the best thing you can do is not let it take over, but rather learn to pause, take a deep breath, and allow your mind to regain its calm. You can choose to stay silent, step out of the room, or simply take a step back to give yourself time to reflect. In those few moments, you're allowing the fire of anger to cool down, giving space for rationality and peace to return. By controlling your words in moments of anger, you're not only protecting your valuable relationships, but also shielding your own soul from unnecessary harm. Keep in mind the Buddha's wisdom and let go of the hot coal of anger before it burns you. Instead of letting anger take control, choose to maintain a composed mind so that your words are not like sharp knives, but instead become gentle, bringing understanding and harmony. When you can remain silent and composed in the midst of a storm of emotions, it is not just self-restraint, but a significant step toward inner maturity. When you raise your voice in anger, you may inadvertently create a cycle of negativity. First, it can escalate the situation, making it more difficult to find a constructive solution. Second, it damages your relationship with others, as yelling can be hurtful and create emotional distance. Finally, and most importantly, it takes a toll on your mental and emotional well-being. Holding on to anger can lead to stress, anxiety, and an ongoing sense of inner turmoil. So, what's the alternative? The Buddha's advice encourages us to practice patience and calmness instead of reacting impulsively to our emotions. We can take a step back and give ourselves the time to cool down. This doesn't mean suppressing our feelings, but rather acknowledging them while choosing not to let them dictate our actions. By practicing patience, we gain clarity and approach situations with a calm and rational mind. This not only improves the chances of finding a mutually beneficial solution, but also preserves harmony in our relationships. The Buddha's teaching on refraining from raising our voice in moments of anger reminds us that true strength lies in mastering our emotions, not allowing them to master us. By embracing patience and calmness, we avoid unnecessary suffering and create the conditions for more harmonious and meaningful interactions with others. Lesson 5. Stop comparing yourself to others. In this lesson, we explore the Buddha's profound advice on the harmful effects of constantly comparing ourselves to others. He observed that this habit breeds jealousy and insecurity, leading to the emergence of negative emotions within us. When we continuously measure ourselves against others, we inadvertently create feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. We often fail to recognize our unique qualities, talents, and strengths because our focus shifts to what we perceive as the achievements and successes of those around us. This cycle of comparison can erode our self-esteem, making us feel less worthy and less capable than we truly are. To follow the Buddha's timeless wisdom, it's crucial to embrace our own uniqueness and stop measuring our worth or progress against that of others. Everyone's life journey is distinct, shaped by their personal experiences, circumstances, and choices. When we acknowledge and celebrate our unique qualities, strengths, and achievements, we nurture a sense of self-acceptance and satisfaction. Furthermore, refraining from constant comparisons allows us to cultivate a healthier mindset and more positive emotions. Instead of fixating on others' achievements or possessions, we can channel our energy into self-improvement, personal growth, and pursuing goals that genuinely resonate with our values and aspirations. Buddha's teachings encourage us to appreciate our own path and recognize that it is uniquely ours. By letting go of the habit of constant comparison, we open up a deeper sense of self-worth, inner peace, and the ability to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Lesson 6. Mindful use of social media. In a world full of digital temptations, Buddha's wisdom about the mind becomes more relevant than ever. When he said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become," it serves as a wake-up call to remind us of the importance of controlling and guiding our thoughts. In today's context, social media has become an inseparable part of our lives, but if used mindlessly, we can easily become slaves to the content we consume. Think about it. How many times have you planned to spend just a few minutes on social media, only to find yourself lost in an endless maze of images, videos, and meaningless posts? A single swipe, and hours have gone by, leaving you feeling empty, restless, and even guilty for wasting precious time. Instead of finding genuine connections or positive values, we often get drawn into pointless arguments, boastful posts, or images portraying unrealistic perfection. This unconscious use of social media is not just a matter of wasting time, it creates a ripple effect of negative impacts on our minds. Mindless scrolling does not bring satisfaction. Instead, it pulls us into a whirlwind of comparisons, envy, and self-doubt. Images of luxurious lifestyles, success, and happiness continually displayed in front of us make us forget that these are merely carefully curated snapshots and not the complete reality. To truly embrace this teaching, we need to approach social media with mindfulness and a clear purpose. Rather than scrolling aimlessly, focus on creating positive and meaningful connections. This means being conscious of the content you consume and share, as well as the interactions you engage in. Ask yourself if the time you spend on social media is contributing positively to your life or simply serving as a source of distraction and needless comparison. Make an effort to connect with others authentically, engage in meaningful conversations, and share content that inspires. By using social media mindfully, you can shape your online presence to reflect the values and goals you pursue, ensuring that what you think and do in the digital realm contributes to your personal growth and overall happiness. Remember, the mind truly is everything, and how you use it in the online space can deeply influence the direction of your life. Lesson 7. The habit of seeking external validation. This lesson addresses a common tendency many people have, relying on others' approval and recognition to feel worthy or confident. However, in Buddha's teachings, we find a profound reminder. You, as much as anyone else in the universe, deserve your own love and affection. This means that our sense of value and self-worth should come from within, rather than depending on others' opinions or judgments. Imagine this. Instead of constantly seeking validation from others, picture a life where you prioritize self-love and self-acceptance. It's about understanding that you are inherently valuable just as you are, without needing external approval. This shift in perspective allows you to build a solid foundation of self-confidence and happiness, independent of what others think. Keep in mind that this doesn't mean you shouldn't appreciate praise or recognition from others, but it does mean you shouldn't hinge your entire sense of self-worth on it. By focusing on self-love and inner validation, you will discover a deeper, more enduring sense of contentment and self-assurance. Let go of the need for constant external validation and nurture the relationship you have with yourself. It is the most important one you will ever have in your life. Applying this lesson to your life can lead to a profound shift in the way you experience the world. It invites us to practice mindfulness, live fully in the present moment, and appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. It encourages us to embrace imperfections and uncertainties that make our journey unique and deeply meaningful. So, when faced with life's complexities, listen to the wisdom of the Buddha and let go of unrealistic expectations. By doing so, we open ourselves to a more authentic and fulfilling experience where satisfaction is not found in some imagined future, but in the beauty of the present moment. Lesson 8. Letting go of perfectionism. The Buddha once said, "There is no perfection in this world, only the effort to strive toward it." This teaching reminds us that perfection is not a destination, but rather a continuous journey of self-improvement. Yet, many people become trapped in the pursuit of impossibly high standards, forgetting that perfection is unattainable. This obsession not only exhausts them, but also creates anxiety, pressure, and feelings of inadequacy when they fall short of their own expectations. Instead of being consumed by unrealistic ideals, focus on embracing imperfections and recognizing that they are part of the human experience. Every mistake and every stumble offers valuable lessons that help us grow. Enjoy the process of striving, appreciate your daily efforts, and understand that true perfection lies not in reaching absolute standards, but in your ongoing dedication to becoming a better version of yourself. Perfectionism can be a double-edged sword. While it may push us to reach for high standards, it can also lead to harsh self-criticism and relentless anxiety. The Buddha's teachings encourage us to let go of the vague concept of perfection and instead embrace our flaws as a natural part of human nature. By doing so, we free ourselves from the chains of self-doubt and unrealistic expectations. We learn to appreciate the beauty in our weaknesses and the growth that comes from our mistakes. This shift in perspective allows us to focus on progress rather than perfection. It empowers us to set more realistic goals and approach life with greater compassion and kindness. Lesson 9. Striving for meaningful goals. Work hard for the goals you set and value each step in your journey of personal development rather than succumbing to the pressure of unattainable perfection. This lesson reminds us that personal growth isn't about trying to become a flawless ideal, but about embracing and understanding our own imperfections. Every small step forward is worth celebrating and is a testament to your continuous effort. When you accept your weaknesses and flaws, you not only free yourself from invisible pressures, but also find peace and compassion toward yourself. True satisfaction comes not from achieving everything, but from living genuinely and wholeheartedly with your personal journey, moving step by step toward a richer and more meaningful life. Lesson 10. Letting go of unrealistic expectations. In the vast wisdom of Buddhism, we find a profound lesson on the pitfalls of holding on to unrealistic expectations. The essence of this teaching is captured in the Buddha's words, "The root of suffering is attachment." To fully understand this, let's delve deeper. Unrealistic expectations often stem from attachment, a fixation on how things should be instead of accepting them as they are. This attachment can lead us down a path of discontent and unhappiness as we endlessly chase after ideals that may never be achievable or that simply don't align with the ever-changing nature of reality. Imagine you set excessively high standards for yourself, your relationships, or your accomplishments. You become emotionally attached to these ideals, believing they are the only way to find happiness. However, when reality inevitably falls short of these expectations, suffering ensues. You might feel disappointed, frustrated, or even defeated. The Buddha's wisdom urges us to release this attachment to unrealistic expectations, allowing us to find peace in the present moment. This doesn't mean abandoning all goals and dreams, but rather encourages us to approach life with more flexibility and acceptance. By letting go of rigid expectations, we open ourselves to the beauty of the present moment, learn to appreciate what we have, acknowledge our progress, and find joy in the journey instead of fixating solely on the destination. This way, we free ourselves from the constant cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. Lesson 11: The harmful effects of gossiping. Buddha's timeless wisdom echoes through his teaching. Do not speak unless your words are better than silence. This profound advice urges us to reflect on what we choose to say and the impact our words have on our relationships and the environment around us. Gossip, often a form of idle and negative talk, is something we should consciously avoid. Instead, we should aim to cultivate thoughtful and compassionate communication. Gossip, although seemingly harmless at times, can have far-reaching consequences. It involves discussing or spreading rumors about others without their knowledge or consent. This behavior can break trust, create misunderstandings, and sow seeds of discord among individuals. By engaging in gossip, we unintentionally contribute to a toxic environment where negativity and distrust thrive. To truly practice Buddha's teachings, we should take the time to consider whether what we are about to say will bring more good than silence. Instead of letting our minds and words fall into the trap of gossiping or discussing others negatively, we should channel that energy into conversations that are constructive and inspiring. When we communicate mindfully, it's not just about speaking, but also about the art of listening actively, being empathetic to others' feelings, and responding with words that come from a place of kindness and sincerity. Mindful communication helps us convey our thoughts clearly and allows others to feel respected and understood. In this way, every word becomes more than just a fleeting sound. It becomes a tool for connecting, healing, and building stronger relationships. By restraining ourselves from gossip and practicing mindful communication, we can cultivate healthier relationships where respect and trust are nurtured through every word spoken. This not only helps maintain harmony between individuals, but also creates a positive atmosphere where everyone feels heard and valued. In such an environment, silence is no longer an awkward void. It becomes a precious pause, the foundation for deeper and more meaningful conversations to unfold. This silence gives us the opportunity to reflect, appreciate each other's presence, and provide space for others to express their genuine emotions. Through this, our connections become stronger and more authentic, forming a solid foundation for constructive and harmonious communication. As we conclude our journey through these 11 lessons inspired by the profound teachings of Buddhism, we must remember that the path to true peace and happiness is a deeply personal one, requiring self-reflection and introspection. Each lesson is not just a reminder, but a guiding light to help you navigate your path towards self-improvement. By actively letting go of the negative habits we've discussed and replacing them with mindfulness and positive actions, you are creating a life filled with meaning, balance, and greater peace. This is not merely a journey to eliminate harmful behaviors, but a path to reclaiming inner freedom, allowing you to live a more harmonious and fulfilled life each day. Additionally, you can leave a comment saying, "I choose a life of freedom and peace," to affirm the power of your mind and your decision to let go of what no longer brings you joy. This is a way to send positive energy into the universe and begin a new journey of cleansing your soul and living with true freedom, breaking free from all constraints to find genuine inner peace. If you found value in what we've shared in this video, don't hesitate to hit the like button to support us, and consider subscribing to our channel so you won't miss any new content that helps enhance your mental well-being and enrich your life. We truly appreciate all feedback, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below. And to stay up to date with more helpful updates in the future, make sure to hit the notification bell as well.